Hello, welcome back to Dr. OJ Digitals. In this video, we want to solve these algebraic equations in the form of alpha and beta. Now, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, and the given equation is x squared plus px plus q is equal to 0, form the equation whose roots are alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. Now, let us see how we can solve this problem. Now, let's start with this. The given equation is x squared plus px plus q is equal to 0. Okay, now we are going to use this equation to generate the sum of alpha and beta, because alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. So the given equation is this. So if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, for our basic general quadratic equation of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. From this general quadratic equation, now alpha plus beta, since alpha and beta, just like when you are asked to find this, to solve this equation, to find the root of this equation, it means you want to find the value of x. So, in this equation, x will be plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I mean, the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That will be the value. So one will be positive, the other will be negative. Beautiful. Now, in this case, alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. So if alpha and beta are the roots, now we are going to relate whatever we obtain, as the sum of alpha and beta with respect to this given equation. How? Fine. So that implies basically alpha, plus beta is going to be minus b over a. This is standard formula for the sum of the roots, because now this is the standard formula for sum of the roots. The sum of the roots, alpha and beta, when you sum them together, it gives you this. Now, why the product of the roots, alpha, beta, the product of the roots, that is when you are multiplying the roots, is what? C all over A. Okay? Now, with this, beautiful, with this, we are now going to, this implies that if we are given alpha and beta as the roots of this equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, alpha plus beta, that is the sum of the roots given, will be minus b over a with respect to this equation. And alpha multiplied by beta will be c over a, also with respect to this equation. Now, we are going to relate these particular equations with the given one. Okay? That is, if alpha and beta are now the roots, if they are now the root of this equation, not this again, because these particular values that we obtain here are the result we are going to get if alpha and beta are the roots of this general equation. But now, for this, say alpha, therefore alpha plus beta will be minus b all over a. Let me write this more clearly. Okay? This alpha plus beta, we said this minus b over a. Now comparing these values, let's write it in a way you understand very well. I want you to get it quite right. Now from x squared plus px plus q is equal to 0. So if we compare this with this equation, we compare this with this general equation. Now you see that x squared, the coefficient here is 1. This one is a. So a will be 1. Okay, but it's comparing this with this. Okay, now b will be, that is comparing bx with px. X with x, the coefficient of x here is plus b. So b is going to be what? It's going to be p. Okay, b is p. Now, the last one, c, this one, c, will be q. C will be q. Okay, now, with that comparison, we are very close to what you have to find. With that comparison, that means that we can now say, therefore, alpha plus beta as given is minus b all over a. That means minus b is what? Minus p all over. Our a is 1. Okay? So it's minus p. That is alpha plus beta. Using this formula, minus b all over what? All over a. Now, what is alpha beta? That is when they are multiplied. It's supposed to be c over a. And our c here is what? Q all over a, 1. So that is q. Okay? That is q. Now, we have gotten the version of this with respect to this particular equation. Now, the next thing now is we are asked to form an equation whose roots are alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. Now, how do we now form an equation which now the new given roots are alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. These are the new given roots. Okay? Now, how do we now generate alpha plus beta? How do we form equations that we have this alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta as the root? Fine. Now, the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta plus alpha minus beta. That will give us alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha. Then plus beta minus beta is 0. So the answer there is 2 alpha. Now, what about this? The product of the roots. The product of the roots, that is alpha beta. The product of the roots, that is alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha minus beta. Okay? Now to get the product of the roots, let's take note of this. Okay? I hope we okay, I want to clean so that we won't forget. Okay, let's see we write it there. So later we now clean this because we need this. You will need this. Okay, alpha plus beta, alpha minus beta. So if we expand this, can we expand this and see what we are going to get? Okay, that will be alpha into alpha minus beta, then plus beta into alpha minus beta. So let's look at that. What will it give us? That will give us, let's come here and write alpha squared. Actually, without even wasting our time, this is going to give us difference of 2 squared, but let's try to do it. Let's expand it so that we'll be able to understand it well. Alpha times alpha is alpha squared. Alpha times minus beta is minus alpha beta. Now, plus beta alpha, that's plus alpha beta. Now, plus beta times minus beta, that's minus beta squared. Okay? So, automatically, this will cancel out this. So, we have alpha squared minus beta squared. That is the product of the roots. Fine. Product of the roots. Okay? We have gotten the sum of the root to be what? 2 alpha. Why the product of the root is what? Is alpha minus beta squared. Okay? Let's take note of that. So, we are still going to clean up this because it's going to confuse us. So, sum is equal to 2 alpha. Product is equal to alpha squared minus beta squared, which is the same thing as alpha minus beta, alpha plus beta. Now, with respect to what we are given in the first equation, what is alpha minus beta? We don't have alpha minus beta, so that will be alpha minus beta. Then, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is minus p. So, that is, we are multiplying that by minus p. Okay? So, that will be what? That will be minus p into alpha minus beta. Okay? I hope that is clear. Beautiful. That is what? That's the product. That's the product. Now, we can clean this. We don't need this for now again. We can clean this. So, cleaning this now. We're moving on. Now, to form the roots. Now, the equations of the roots alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta will now be equal to x squared minus sum of the roots multiplied by x plus product of the roots equals to 0. Okay? Yes. Now, which means x squared minus sum of the root that we get is 2 alpha multiplied by x because the variable is in x, then plus product of the root, plus product of the root is what? So plus minus p. So plus and minus is minus. So we have minus there. P into alpha minus beta is equal to 0. So we have been able to get the answer to the problem. So the answer to the problem now is what? That is, the equation now is x squared minus 2 alpha x minus p into bracket alpha minus beta is equal to 0. So if you enjoy this tutorial video, thumb up, click like, and share this video to others. God bless you.